Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Nur Shamimi binti Abdul Rahman from Group 3. We present Environmental Impact Assessment Report. Now, I will start with Chapter 1, which is Introduction. The Environmental Impact Assessment EIA is a process which identifies and evaluates the potential environmental implication of a proposed project, plan, or policy. It is an essential decision-making tool that assesses the anticipated environmental implication and provide information for informed decision-making, sustainable development, and mitigation action. In many countries, EIA is typically required by law for specific sort of projects such as infrastructure improvements, industrial facilities, mining operation, and oil and gas exploration. Next, the objective of EIA is to identify and assess the possible environmental impact of a given project, plan or policy. Helps in the identification of potential mitigation strategy that might be used to avoid, lessen, or compensate for negative environmental impact. Assist in ensuring that project comply with applicable environmental regulation, law, and policy. As for scope of study, the EIA report describes the planned project in detail, assess the current environmental condition in the project, potential environmental implications are identified, described, and evaluated, mitigation measures, and plan for stakeholder participation and public consultation. As for relevant law, standard and regulation, there are several law, regulation, and guidelines control Malaysia Environmental Impact Assessment EIA process, such as Environmental Quality Act 1974 and Environmental Quality Prescribed Activity. Now, I will present about description of the project. This project, cadangan pembangunan bercampur di atas Lot PT 17785 HSM 12261. Mukim Sungai Karang, daerah Kuantan, Pahandar Makmur is owned by Zaya Bina Property Sendirian Berhad. The overall development for the commercial area is 1.6113 hectares. The project includes 4 of 2-story and 4 of 1-story unit of shop or office. As for site selection criteria, the planned project site is located in congested industrial and residential area. The project locations are at Jalan Kuantan Kemaman, Mukim Sungai Karang, daerah Kuantan, Pahandar Makmur. There are 4 phases of project activity, which are planning, pre-construction, construction, and post-construction. Lastly, for health and safety, there are few measures which are essential in EIA, such as personal protective equipment, training and education, hygiene and sanitation, and lastly, hazard communication. Next, I will pass to Idi Aiman.
Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Idi Rahman bin Adam, and I will be presenting about Chapter 3 and also Chapter 4. So firstly is Chapter 3, which is existing environment. So for the existing environment, the first point is hydrology. So based on the site investigation, the proposed site area is located near coastal and also river areas. Many considerations should be taken to ensure natural habitats are not affected, but the main point is precaution is need to be taken because this is to ensure the building structural integrity. As it is well known, construction involving coastal areas need to be conducted much more careful and thorough due to the fact that different type of materials is needed to construct a building while ensuring its structural integrity. Next is geology characteristics. Due to the site being near the river, study area contains sedimentary deposits. Sedimentary deposits are carried from rivers from the upstream. Sedimentary deposits consist of sand, silt, and also clay. Furthermore is alluvial deposits. Alluvial deposits refer to sediments that are transported and deposited by flowing water. These deposits can be found in river valleys and also floodplains. Alluvial soils consist of sand, silt, clay, and also organic matter. Lastly is fluvial processes. Rivers are dynamic systems that undergo fluvial processes, including erosion, deposition, and also channel migration. Understanding these processes is crucial for assessing the stability of the site and potential risk associated with them. Next is the type of soil characteristics. So riverbanks and floodplains near active river consist of sandy or gravelly soils. These soils have larger particles and provide good drainage. They are commonly used as construction fill material due to their stability and also load-bearing capacity. Variable soil depths is also another problem. River environments can result in varying soil depths. So, for example, near the riverbank, the soil depth may be relatively shallow, but further away into the floodplain, deeper soil layers may be present. Next is susceptibility to erosion. Sites near rivers may experience soil erosion or sedimentation. This is due to the river's erosive forces. Erosion can result in the loss of topsoil and also exposure of underlying layers, potentially impacting soil quality and also stability. Sedimentation, on the other hand, can lead to the deposition of new layers of sediment and also altering the soil characteristics. So for the land use, the surrounding area productivity consists of industrial and residential areas. Both of these areas contribute to the economical values of the community. The study area is already congested with housing areas, shops, and also public amenities such as mosques and futsal courts. This shows that the study area is already a well-functioning community and urbanized area. Furthermore, the study area is located in the district of Kuantan. Kuantan is the capital city of state of Pahang in Malaysia. It is known for its industrial and also tourism activities. Kuantan Port, which is located nearby, is also a significant contributor to the local economy. So next is the ecological resources. The study area is considered as a commercial area. This is due to the fact that the area is located near the commercial zones. The commercial zones are only around 1.5 kilometers away from the proposed site. However, the site is also near the river and coastal areas. Several natural habitats can be found surrounding a part of the proposed site. Trees and uh, other types of animals can be found surrounding the proposed site. They are some of the natural habitats that is available in the area. So next for chapter 4 is the assessment of environmental impact. Firstly is the potential impact. So there are several potential impacts that can be considered when constructing this project. So firstly is the natural habitat surrounding the site. Several types of flora and also fauna can be found near the project site. With that being said, cautionary steps will need to be taken to ensure that these natural habitats are not affected severely. Secondly is the waste products of the project. Due to the site being close to natural water resources, such as the river, waste materials will need to be handled much more carefully. This is to ensure that pollution does not happen to the natural water resources. Lastly is the structural integrity of the building. With the site being near coastal and also river areas, soil composition is different compared to sites further away in the mainland. The soil available is more sensitive and more design considerations will need to be taken to ensure the stability and also the structural integrity of the building. Secondly is soil erosion risk and also sedimentation. The project site will have silt traps installed as part of the proposed stormwater management, which will prevent siltation from happening as a result of project activities. These silt traps will be cleaned periodically. Additionally, there is no chance of soil erosion. This is due to the project site's flat topography. Silting and runoff are minimal during the construction phase, but these effects could be reduced by maintaining and often cleaning roadside drains. So next is the geohazards. It is found that the site has soft and also loose soil. This occurs as a result of the proposed site's location because there is groundwater close to the surface of the project area. Excavation and construction activities will need to be used with appropriate methodology to prevent seepages into the excavation area, as lowering the groundwater level would put nearby buildings and structures at risk. So next is the runoff and flood risk. Coastal and also river areas are much more prone to flood risk. Um, for example, in past events, Kampung Baluk has experienced a flood in the past, and this shows that this area is prone to floods. Some of the key factors that contribute to runoff and flood risk in these areas, the topography of coastal and river areas can play a significant role in the runoff. And flat topography also increases the severity of the flood risk. So next is the water, air, and also noise pollution. So as it is well known, the site is near river, and also it means that it's near to natural water resources. So proper waste disposal practice is needed to be done to ensure minimal pollution or no pollution will be done to the natural water resources. So for the construction activities, it will contribute to the noise and also air pollution, because dust particles made from construction activities will contribute to air pollution, and also the noise from heavy wood will contribute to noise pollution. Lastly is material transportation. This is also the scene where trucks bringing in materials into the site will make dust particles come up, and it will cause air pollution, and also noises from the trucks will contribute to the noise pollution. And lastly is the ecological impacts. So with the site being near natural habitats such as the trees and also several types of animals, so with the project being done, it might alter, or worst case, it will destroy the natural habitats. And if it destroys natural habitats, so it will cause the food chain to collapse, and also cause other problems. And secondly is the aquatic ecosystem. This is in consideration due to the site being near coastal and also river areas. So I think that is all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. I am Azurin Zulkifli, will present the pollution prevention and mitigation measures outlined in the Environmental Impact Assessment EIA report for our project. These measures have been carefully designed to ensure the protection of our environment and minimize any negative impacts. In terms of soil erosion and sediment discharge, we will integrate our project design with site constraint, preserve drainage waste, and implement stable drainage structures to control runoff flows and minimize disturbance. Our prompt stabilization of disturbed areas and strict implementation of sediment control will further contribute to this effort. To address geohazards such as ground subsidence and groundwater issues, our project will undergo comprehensive site investigation and adopt effective groundwater management techniques. We will also design appropriate foundation and drainage system while implementing soil stabilization techniques and regular monitoring and maintenance. Runoff management is a crucial aspect of our environmental strategy through the implementation of essential runoff control measures, including diversion channels, conveyance systems, slope drains, broadline drainage tubes, and sediment containment system. We aim to effectively manage and control runoff flows. Our commitment to water, air, and noise pollution prevention is unwavering. We will prevent direct pollution of water bodies near coastal areas, rivers, and by the industry, promote advanced wastewater treatment technologies and stormwater management strategies, and conduct regular assessment of water quality. Additionally, we will prioritize measures to reduce dust emission during construction, comply with air quality regulation, minimize noise and vibration, and implement emission control technologies and maintenance programs for vehicles and generators. Climate and meteorology considerations are integral to our project. We will formulate comprehensive flood management strategies with drainage system and early warning system, implement stormwater management measures, and assess and update our strategies to enhance flood resilience. In terms of biomass and construction waste, we are committed to responsible waste management. This includes establishing septic tanks and sewage treatment plants for wastewater management, reducing, reusing, and recycling construction waste, and strictly adhering to guidelines for handling hazardous waste. Our project also places great emphasis on minimizing ecological impacts. We will conduct wildlife surveys, implement measures to mitigate habitat loss and disturbance, collaborate with wildlife authorities for conservation and management, and ensure compliance with environmental regulation for wildlife protection. Lastly, we recognize the importance of minimizing traffic impacts through optimized construction operation, strategic scheduling of deliveries, compliance with traffic regulation, and well-designed junction connection. We aim to reduce on-site vehicles and minimize traffic congestion. By implementing these measures, we aim to prevent and mitigate pollution, protect habitats and ecosystem, and minimize traffic impact throughout the duration of our project.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurushaida binti Adam. Today I would like to present Environmental Management Plan. The Environmental Management Plan ensures environmental responsibility throughout a project life cycle, incorporating components to reduce harmful impacts and comply with the environmental law. The objective of the EMP focus on environmental protection, compliance with regulation, and mitigation of risks associated with the project. Environmental targets within the EMP include stakeholder engagement, water conservation, prevention of negative consequences, sustainable resource management, and improved air quality. During the construction phase, monitoring parameter include the air quality, water quality, noise level, waste management, and ecological system to ensure that the project meets recommended limits and adherence to proper practices. In the post-construction phase, monitoring continue for parameters such as air quality, water quality, noise level, waste management, and energy consumption to evaluate the project ongoing environmental impact and ensure compliance. For the environmental auditing, conducted by an independent teams of experts, evaluate the project overall compliance, adherence to environmental criteria, and fulfillment of the environmental pledge, providing recommendation for improvement and addressing non-compliance and environmental risks. The environmental audit report summarizes the findings, conclusion, and recommendation, highlighting compliance status, mainstream activities, and the fulfillment of the environmental pledge, while providing actionable steps to address identified areas for improvement. As for conclusion and recommendation, the project aims to develop building complex that blend with the environmental and minimize its impacts. The evaluation emphasizes ecological benefit and address waste management, pollution control, and traffic congestion. Measures are implemented to enhance environmental sustainability throughout the project lifecycle, including waste reduction, pollution prevention, and sustainable transportation. The project demonstrates commitment to responsible development by minimizing ecological disturbance and considering community well-being. Thank you.